Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy Vic, aka Mr. Glass, and we are on the scene here. We are getting ready to start up a franchise. It's going to be an actual franchise, which involves a rebuild, but it's a little different. In my opinion, a rebuild is going to be one video that encompasses the whole thing. This is going to be a franchise. We're going to take the Atlanta Falcons and we're going to make a dynasty out of the Atlanta Falcons. Now, there's a couple rules that are going to be in this franchise. One, I'm not playing year one. Year one has no value for me. We won't be playing it at all. And two, this is going to be a fantasy style rebuild, which means if I feel like making a trade, I will make a trade. Now, the little bit there, we're also going to be using custom sliders that are supposed to be quote unquote realistic. So whatever they feel is realistic sliders, that's what we're going to use. And then from that point, that it's hard to win games. Okay, so you guys are up to date. Atlanta Falcons is the franchise, and let's take a look at what we got here. I don't love this roster. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I do love the fact that we have a young X Factor safety in Jesse Bates, a young right guard in Chris Lidstrom, a young corner, 92 speed, 6'1", and AJ Terrell. This is the part that I don't love. Grady Jarrett, he's got to stay because of the bonus, but I hate that. I love Bijan Robinson, though, and Kyle Pitts. These are cornerstones of our franchise. No doubters, right? They're going to be here the entire time. Maybe Bijan gets moved later down the franchise, but unless we see just a straight up generational god at running back, Bijan's not going anywhere, right? Way too strong, way too elusive. He's going to be the best back in the NFL if I have anything to say about it, especially because I'm going to be controlling him in year two. Caleb McGarry, all of our offensive line except Richram, it's got to change, bro. It's not very good. Jeff Okuda moved over from Arizona. He's really good. Johnny Smith moved over from the Patriots. Also very good. So expect me to run a lot of like two tight end sets and things like that. We're also going to be trying a different playbook. I'm going to be running the Packers playbook, which is something I almost never. I don't think I've ever tried the Packers playbook. So Bergeron is our rookie. I mean, this isn't a terrible roster. It's not a good roster either. The only thing that I really like about this team, to be perfectly honest with you, is that besides Grady Jarrett and maybe Jake Matthews, there are no contracts that I look at and I say this is the worst contract of all. This David Onyemata one's pretty bad, but beyond that, there are no contracts that I'm looking at and going, ugh, this is the worst I've ever seen. They have, mid-league contracts that aren't good, some that aren't bad, right? And I like that. I mean, obviously, Lindstrom, probably the best guard in football, best right guard in football. He deserves a hefty contract. All right, so we're gonna do all the settings and everything like that, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you guys all of that cool stuff. I'm gonna show you guys how we're doing the settings for the second year, and we're also gonna come back after the first year's sim. So you guys are gonna get to see in the next portion of this video. You're gonna see the entire off season, and then in the video after that, we're gonna show you gameplay for the first time. So all of this first video is set up. Second video will be gameplay. See you guys in the other half. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to show you guys the 2023 Atlanta Falcons after all the cuts and some drills and etc. This is what I have for a roster. I'm going to just take you through the depth chart. I'll show you guys the highlights. Obviously, there's two guys that I'm going to put out on offense. Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts. As I said earlier, those guys are probably going to stay no matter what. We're still in a 3-4 defense, so that may not be forever. I haven't really decided yet whether we're going to transition into a 3-4 or stay a 4-3. Kind of between the two. I don't really know which way I want to roll. But obviously, I'm not controlling the team this year. They will be controlled themselves. And listen, guys, there's a very, very good reason that we're not going to have anything to do with the team this year. I'm going to show you guys a little bit after this why we're going to take control next year. Because this franchise is not only, it's kind of a dual purpose, right? We're going to show you guys a build up of the Falcons. We're going to play some games, hopefully win some Super Bowls. And also, we're going to showcase the career of somebody who you guys may know is my favorite player. So if that is any hint as to what I have in store for this franchise, there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But if you don't know still, stick around. You'll find out very soon. Okay, so we're just gonna, because I guess they decided that they wanted to change things up a little bit on me. I'm not sure why he's not there. I don't know why he's not there. So we get those two to play up the middle. I guess Troy Anderson? I don't really know what we're going to do there. Let's get some speed on the field, though. Okuda is our best corner, but he's also our second best corner, rather. But he's also our best slot corner. So I guess we have Trey play out wide. And Okuda play the slot. That's kind of what I'm getting the feel for right now. So that's what we're going to do. And this is your 2023 Atlanta Falcons. As I said, guys, this is a fantasy rebuild. It's not supposed to be ultra realistic, but I will be having some limitations on what I do as far as the moves that I make within this franchise. I'm not just going to add every great player that there is in the league, because that's not going to make for good parity. So, after I showed you guys that, I want to show you guys really quickly what we're working with our draft class. Can I even do that? Oh, I can't do that yet. Okay, well, you guys will see after the offseason sim. I'm going to show you guys the entire offseason next. So look forward to that. Let's get it, man. This is the start of a franchise. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have been wanting to do something like this. Shout out to my brother who actually gave me the idea. And, yeah, man. I'm going to see you guys in the next portion of the video. Alright, guys. We're back after the sim. We finished worst in the division, but with a 6-11 record. Wasn't the worst record that I've ever seen in a sim. I'm going to go ahead and hit the recap so you guys can see the Cowboys and Dak Prescott have won a Super Bowl, taking out Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm a little surprised. I'm also surprised that Bijan Robinson did not win Rookie of the Year. That went to Rashee Rice. Big up to him. It's kind of crazy that the Rams had the offensive and defensive player of the year, but they did not get in the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson is the MVP. We're coming for that MVP award next year, Lamar. Trust. You guys are about to see what I meant by that. There's a guy in this prospect pool who I edited. I'm going to be completely forthright with you. This guy's not supposed to be where he is. Not supposed to be in the draft class. I put him in. I'm gonna go through real quick and see if you guys... Oh, wait. Is it this guy? Michael Vick, of course, my favorite player in the history of the NFL, is going to be part of this franchise. I will make sure, no matter what, that we are in a position to draft him. Hence why I said this is going to be a fantasy rebuild, because I got to have this guy. It's going to happen. I'll find a way. The pick going to be ours. Don't worry about that. But this is the guy. I couldn't really settle on a face for him, by the way. Let me know in the comment section if y'all figure out a face that's supposed to go with a player like Michael Vick a little bit better than the one I chose. Because it don't look like him at all. I admit this. But I couldn't really set on a face that looks like him. So That's what I went with. But yeah, man, Michael Vick is in the draft class. We're gonna need to draft him. I don't know where we sit in the draft. Um, we're also got to re-sign some guys. We also got to do our upgrades. So a lot is going down. But John Robinson just went up. He's got 6 upgrades. So that's gonna help us. You know, Bijan's gonna look good here. Okay. Well, he's gonna get some of the best elusive back abilities in the game. So that's gonna help us greatly. We'd love to see you get a speed upgrade, Bijan. That would be huge for us. At least one, my guy. Not gonna happen, huh? Not gonna give me one, huh? Damn. Okay. So instead of jukebox, you're gonna get evasive. You're gonna get tank, and you're gonna get balance beam or grab and go would be really good. We're gonna go balance beam. D'Angelo Malone, who we let start at our left outside linebacker. Of course, we're playing at 3-4. He's looking solid. I can't say anything. Why is he getting zone coverage stuff? Well, I guess a 3-4 linebacker's got to be able to play the zone and all that stuff as well. So I guess that's kind of cool. He gets a speed upgrade, so that's going to put him at 88 speed, which is not bad at all. AJ Terrell. AJ Terrell, one of the best corners in the game. Gonna get us some upgrades here. That should enable him actually to get some really good abilities at 90 overall. We're actually gonna put one in the zone so that I know I can get acrobat, which is one of the abilities. Oh, and he gets a +1 speed. I love it. Now he's a 93 speed. We're gonna go ahead and get his. Oh, actually, we like that one. We like that one. We're actually gonna put. Damn, we don't. I guess this we take away to put acro on. Alright, so we got pick artist and acrobat. Hopefully those abilities will help us greatly here. Kyle Pitts, he's a vertical threat tight end. We may have to change up our offensive scheme a bit for obviously we've got Michael Vick here, so he's gonna be +1 speed for Kyle Pitts. That is fantastic, dude. Wow. Okay, so that puts him in pretty rarefied air at 92 speed at tight end. You don't see that every day. We're going to go deep routes for Drake London. I'd love to see Drake London get some speed upgrades. I really would. It would be dramatic for this franchise. And he gets 1. Can we get 1 more out of you, Drake? A 90 speed Drake London would be amazing. We don't get it there, but he's still young and could grow into that. Scotty Miller, we gave a chance in the slot. We also gave Desmond Ridder a chance. Desmond Ridder will be a trade asset for us. So we're just going to upgrade his overall as much as humanly possible. He's not going to be the quarterback for this franchise. I promise you this. Does get +1 speed, though. Which, I guess makes him look pretty decent. He's got 89 speed, I think, now. Yeah, not a bad quarterback. I mean, if I wasn't intent on doing what I'm going to do with this franchise, might not have him on the team, but he can't. We're not going to even play that game, bro. We're not even going to play that game. Alright, so Jesse Bates is a 97 overall now. Couldn't get a +1 speed for him, which would have been great. We're going to put him in Zone Hawk. He's got acro and all that stuff already. We'll go ahead and put Phil. No, let's put Lumberjack on him, just because I like the Lumberjack ability. I don't really think I need deep zone, though, so maybe I like to see what he does in the flats, because we put him in the flats with the way I play a lot. Although we have a different scheme, so maybe that's not the move. You know what? Maybe let's just do zone or film study. Yeah, so we can activate that and really look and see what the offense is doing, which is a great ability. A lot of these guys, we just don't need to upgrade personally. Every Katie might be somebody we want to pay attention to a little bit for our upgrades. Plus 30 power moves. Can't hate on that. Plus 2. It's a pretty good upgrade for him so far. I'm gonna be honest though, probably gonna look for more edge rushers in the draft. Um, I'm not giving up the pick that I already have, but I'm also gonna do everything in my power to get a second pick, so that we can draft Michael Vick and get a player. Let's see about what we got to do. Also, with this rebuild, what I've done is I've enabled the ability to trade, sign and trade with the CPU basically, which they don't allow you to do in Madden, but it is totally something that real NFL teams do. So what that is all these players right here. We're definitely not trading you. You'll be definitely a huge piece. But all of these players like Jeff Okuda, guys that may have some value. Really nobody though, to be honest with you. But I don't really even see anybody that we're gonna sign. I don't think. But maybe Jeff Okuda. He's pretty young, like 25, but he's normal dead. We're gonna try to trade Jeff Okuda. So what this is gonna do is it basically when we trade him, his team, his new team, will sign him to whatever deal. He will not be a free agent. I promise you that. Okay. So it's basically just a sign and trade like in real life. Um, I mean, I guess we could try to counter. Yeah, I don't want a running back. Rather have a draft pick. What about a third? You guys give me a third for Jeff Okuda? Yeah, you will. Okay. So we get a bunch of draft picks for Jeff Okuda. I could have signed him, but as much as, I mean, like, there's so many corners going to be in these drafts. The way that Madden does what they do, there's so many corners. I just don't feel like we need it. We'll sign this guy just for depth, just because he's a young player. So it's just better to sign these young guys like this. Matt Hennessy doesn't want much money, so we'll go ahead and sign him as well. Just because we're going to... So that's another thing. We're going to have injuries on during our gameplay, so that way, you know, if we're playing and guys get hurt, that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? But overall, I just don't see anybody else that has value. Apparently, Madden did an update, and we're not going to be seeing the same exact free agents every time. Let's also really quickly see where we sit in the draft order via this map draft. The Bears... Alright, so we're number 5, but Vick is supposed to be the second quarterback off the board. I can assure you I'm going to jump ahead. I'm probably going to target this Bears pick. So that's what we're going to do right now. I don't think that the Cardinals will take a quarterback. So we're going to target this Bears pick because they might be the surprise team that takes a quarterback. Right, the Bears. You have pick number 2. What do I got to do to get it? You want Jesse Bates? You want a whole... Oh, man. I'm willing to trade you everything except this year's pick. So, if you guys would take future pick instead, I'm with you. Or a second, even. Would you guys be willing to do it for this? It's to 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and I'm willing to go up if they say no. But I'm unwilling to trade that second or that first-round pick this year. I need it. They will do the trade. Oh, apparently, never mind. They're not going to do the trade. If you could provide a little more... Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take off this pick right here. Right? And then we'll add next year's second. I'm okay doing that. Or next year's third. How about that? I'm okay doing this. Done. Alright, so we get the draft pick. We're going to sit at number 2 overall here. I'm very excited about this. Let's go to free agency, guys. Actually, you know what we ought to do real quick? We ought to try to find an edge rusher. One of these guys has to be an adequate edge rusher. Let's check out Caleb Malone. That's the guy that they have us taking. He looks really good. Let's see his abilities. We can't really. That's the only thing I don't like about the edge rushers is we can't see what his like finesse moves and things like that is, which makes me a little sketch about drafting him. Andrew Boykin. We could use a corner now that we let. Oh wow. Okay. We definitely want to see what's going on with that guy. Boykin might be our second first round pick here. Alright, so I got a pretty good idea of who I would go for, but we got to see free agency to see if there's anybody that we could get to play for us, and they're not going to show us, so that's cool. Why does Madden do this? Why does it run like this right now? I don't understand. Alright, hopefully it shows up now, and anytime you're ready, Madden. Anytime. Come on. Oh, yeah, there we go. Alright. Oh. 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 I like this guy, man. Okay. So we have an X Factor pass rusher here. I love it. I really love it. Okay. I have a number of picks or a number of people that I could choose right here. Also, having Odell on the team would be fun. Especially as like a slot receiver. Be really fun. Alright. First of all, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a legitimate shot at Josh Allen. We're gonna have to pay, because he doesn't want to be here. We're gonna have to pay through the nostrils, and I get that. But if you really look at our team right now, a good young pass rusher, and we could take something else at 6, like a corner, it would really be a big thing for us. So we're gonna try to send him an offer. It's going to drain our pockets heavily here. We're going to have a lot of money coming off the books, though, because we're not really doing too much like that. So a big-time pass rusher for us would be huge. I don't really see anything else that's going to help us dramatically like that. Might mess around and try an Odell Beckham kind of move, maybe. Darnell Mooney is a really good player, but he just doesn't. It's not going to fit what I want to do. Rocky Sin is too slow. Levi Wallace is too old. Yeah, I think that's the only guy. I've thought about A.J. Dillon for depth, but nah. Yeah, I think Josh Allen is the only guy. Maybe. But you know what? Let's try to sign Odell, too. Odell wants a lot of money, actually. Wow. I can't for a 31-year-old receiver, dude. I can't do it. Alright, so if we get Josh Allen, that's great. If we don't, we did not. So Oakland Raiders came in and swooped him up. That kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Rashid Shaheed is a player who I normally would pick up in this situation. We're going to throw him an offer just because we'll go with a player friendly. I don't think he has any other offers. So he might take ours just because he wants to get signed to a team. If we didn't have a great running back, I would consider Tony Pollard as well. Rashid says, I don't know about that, sir. And he still does not know if he wants to sign. It's interesting. We're going to have to move on to the next week and see. One of the things about this team is that I really feel like a pass rusher is a must, especially the way I play. Because I need to get pressure on the quarterback. I don't want to get off of playing, that quickly, considering we're going to have ourselves... Okay, we do sign Rashid Shaheed. He's going to come in and play for us. That means that we're not going to have to draft a receiver, which I like. I kind of wanted to draft a receiver, but Shaheed is very good, and we'll be able to use him day one. So, Let's take a look at the mock draft here. Let's see what they have us doing. They have us taking Dominic Calhoun. Dominic Calhoun is a great finesse rusher. He's not going to be our pick. That is going to be Michael Vick. The Giants will not have a chance at him. I promise you that. Then they have us taking Caleb Mahone. He looks like he's a very good player, but he did not quite pan out like I wanted. I think, let's see about this Andrew Boykin kid. Elite speed 4.38 at 6'3". Yeah, I think that kid's gonna be the pick at 6. Unless there's a pass rusher that I just feel is like a can't miss, like holy cow type of player. And I'm not really seeing that. We also need to pay attention to middle linebacker too. But I'm not sure that there's a game-breaking middle linebacker here. Let's look at some of these pass rushers. He's definitely not the pick. Definitely not. I mean, I just don't know, guys, you know? I just don't know. We gotta figure out somebody, though. Let's see what kind of receivers are in this draft. Solid speed, that's a joke, right? Deep threat, could be a good slot receiver. Great speed, elite acceleration, that's possible, but he's only 5'9". We like bigger receivers than that. Here's a 6 foot, but only solid speed. Never gonna happen for this team. Jason Polk is 5'9". But, nope, he's not even fast enough. If he was a burner, I would have considered. Javon Walters, really good route runner. Great speed. I'll put him as a possible. Let's see about this tight end. I know we got an elite tight end, and we don't really need him. Yeah, he's not. We would have looked at him and said elite speed for him. Free safety. Oh, he's probably one of the, if not the best player in the draft, outside of Vic, obviously. He's one of them. He's really good. Okay, so we have a pretty good fundamental understanding of the draft. I know where I'm going just because I don't really see a pass rusher that's elite. We took a shot at Josh Allen, struck out, unfortunately. But, and I think Shaheed is the only free agent that we're really going to go for. Let's see here, man. Just go simulate week by week. Think about what we're trying to get accomplished with this draft. Obviously, we need to be able to bring home Vic. Let's schedule some private workouts. Let's see. I want, obviously, Caleb, Vic, and Boykin are like 3. Let's see how these guys do. Okay, so we should know everything there is about those guys now. So, oh wait, it'll be after this week, right? We should know everything we need to know about those guys now. I'm happy signing Shaheed, but I really do also feel like we could have looked at, you know, a pass rusher, but it just didn't materialize for us. Okay, so we know everything there is to know about these guys, and the good speed is throwing me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see what Boykin comes out to be. Yeah, this kid is electric. Yeah, man, at 6'3". That is a hell of an impressive player. So we're gonna favorite those guys. Let's see about that back half of the draft. And maybe some of these power rushers and things. This guy is really slow, though. Robert Howell. Good speed, not enough excel, though. I'm really not seeing a pass rusher that's like, man, you gotta draft this guy. Which is unfortunate. We could have used one. Like, seriously, we could have used one. And it's just, oh, well. This kid is decent, and he might be available in the second round, which is something we're going to keep an eye on. I forget his name now. I got to go back and look. Wasn't Northrop. Wasn't Howell. It was a right end, right? It was this guy, I think. I think it was this guy. Yeah. Alright, so he might be available in the second round. Wait, do we even have a second round pick? We might have traded that to go up and get Michael Vick, so it might not be an option for us. But we got some guys favorited. This is, in my opinion, for us anyway, going to be a top-heavy draft. Let's start it. And let us pray that the Cardinals do not take a quarterback. They do not. Alright, so we're on the clock. There's no discussion. In the war room, we know who our guy is. We're going to take the Atlanta Phenom, Michael Vick, with our second overall pick, first round. He's 20 years old. He's going to be the king of Atlanta. Welcome to the team, Michael Vick. You see 95 speed, 99 change of direction, 97 throw power. The only thing that brought his overall down from being super high was that we gave him lower awareness and lower accuracies, which will come back to bite me eventually, I'm sure. But as for right now, he's going to be our guy. So Calhoun goes next, the second quarterback off the board to the Giants. Alex McMillan. Mike Choice is next. Okay, so our pick isn't till the third round. Could we get away with trading down and maybe picking up some other assets in this draft? I think we could. Let's see. Can we trade down 14, 20? I really like the, I really want to go with a team that I know is going to be bad in the future and take their second or their first round pick. They're not really giving us anything, though. So trading down doesn't look like it's going to be an option. So we're going to go ahead and take Boykin with our pick. I feel like he's going to be an exceptional player, so let's hope we're right. Let's bring him in. 95 speed, 88 jumping, 93 change of direction, 92 excel. At 6'3", he's phenomenal. So Boykin is going to be a second shutdown corner right alongside of AJ Terrell. So now we got our bookend players there. I'm going to go ahead and simulate to our next pick, and we're just going to go off of athleticism here, which is, I think, what teams really in real life would do at this point, is just go try to find the best athletes on the board. Let's see what this receiver is looking like. Only decent speed. If he ran, like, great speed, he would have been the pick there. A lot of receivers still on the board, which is scary, because that means the receiver class wasn't probably that good. Jordan Foote at 6'3", he's okay, but not really somebody I'm looking to add to the team right now. Victor Anderson, solid speed, elite jumping, Joshua Hurts, looks like a really good player, but he just doesn't fit what we need right now. Let's see Mike Callaway. What are you looking like, brother? Good speed, good excel. We need a pass rusher. Let's go ahead and take him. It's not very good. Probably a miss for the third round, but we need pass rushers. I'm going to go ahead and let the CPU draft now. Oh, wait, no, we got another third round pick. My fault. I thought the next one was going to be like fifth round or something. Okay, we got a fourth rounder too. A lot of these receivers are still there, so that's really strange. Jonathan Raymond. Huge. Only solid speed, but he's huge. He's a giant. 6'5" receiver. Aaron Shields. We don't need another quarterback. What a speed rusher here. B power moves, not fast enough, dude. I need like an explosive player there. Pierre Sweat can't catch a cold. We'll leave him where he's at. Let's see about DJ Hodge. Good speed, great excel. You're the pick, bro. I mean, we need pass rushers. We need them, so that's what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna try to find one. Alright, so we'll take this pick, and this will be our last, since the next one is all the way in the 6th round. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Jordan Foot kid, because he looks like he's at least decent. Might be a slot receiver for us. Not super talented, we already knew he wasn't gonna be. But you know what? For the 4th round, that ain't that bad. The CPU will select the next 2 guys. And we're gonna get out of the draft here, hopefully with some decent players. We missed in the 3rd round. We missed in the 4th round. But that's okay. Those are players that, you know, you just try to take solid athletes at that point. Let's look at the draft in total to see if there was anybody that was like a freak that we missed. We chose what I would guess is going to be the best player in the draft. Only because I edited him. That's going to be the only time that you'll see me do that in the draft, I promise. We took Michael Vick at 2. We took Boykin at 6. And these are both 2 of the top players in the draft. This Choice kid is also pretty good. Same with, I mean, they got players. Calhoun looks like he could have been a good pick for us. What about that left outside linebacker? Yeah, him. Yeah, we made the right choice of avoiding that one, I think. Kind of wish there was an explosive pass rusher here. There just wasn't. You know, sometimes it just isn't going to be a can't-miss prospect that you just got to have. And this is one of those drafts that's like that. Just couldn't find anybody outside of Vic that and Boykin that was like, this is the best player of his position. We got to draft him. I mean, it's a solid draft, though. You know, they got some really good talent in the league now. Some of these guys who we didn't select, really good players. So, hopefully, the rest of the league will be ready to start when we get ready to play here with their rookies and everything like that. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to go to the training camp and all that. We're going to do all the drills, and we're going to see you guys in week 1 for the next part of the video. Man, I'm excited. We got a big future ahead of us here in ATL. We're going to start playing games, and I'll show you guys the sliders in the next video as well. Don't break nothing. I'm out. Make sure you like and subscribe for gameplay in the next episode.